Here we go. I think we're good to go. So yeah,
Yeah, we are live.
yep, awesomeness. Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to the Nigerian Network. Um, I think for some time now, guys, we've been trying to get everybody together so we can start talking about Nigeria per se.
I don't know what happened. I think Soul got taken off just now. Alpha, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I think Soul just got taken off. Can you still hear him?
Sorry about that.
No, okay, he's back now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm back
back.
now. Okay, yeah, but I don't. It's not me. It's the platform.
Oh.
Maybe it doesn't like the sound of my voice. So I was saying, welcome to the Nigerian Network, our live stream. So we've been working on how to get like-minded Nigerians, especially young Nigerians who advocate for good governance.
Oh goodness.
Say this is the second time it just cut me off. I'm not sure why it's doing this, but it's a bit odd. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we can.
All right. Good. All right. Let's give it one more time and let's see if this works. Fingers crossed. We're good to go. So I was just talking about how we've come together and decided to go live on various platforms to talk about Nigeria per se. In this particular series, going forward, we would like to focus on the Nigerian dream. I think that's a good name for a series, as we rightfully said, we would label it as that, as the Nigerian dream. Um, It was Alpha's idea. Alpha, welcome. And then obviously
Thank you.
Princess is here as well. So before we go, maybe it's just a good time for everyone to say hello to the people. So hello from me. Okay. Someone's on mute.
Hi everyone.
Awesome.
Lovely to
Oh,
start this series tonight. I'm so excited about it.
yeah. Same here. So the first thing first is Alpha. This is something you've been working on for a long time. It's not like this is your first time. We actually have videos and recordings of you going about speaking to people, advocating for not only a better Nigeria, but for like a vision. So maybe the question is, what is the Nigerian dream? Maybe if you break it down for us, then we can use that to map out how we want to continue the engagement. I think Alpha has dropped Princess, so it's just me and you. So before he comes back, so maybe this is a good time for when he comes back for him to, you know, ideally tell us what a Nigerian dream actually is. Because to be fair, I don't know of a Nigerian dream. I know of, my dreams for Nigeria. Do you know of a Nigerian dream?
Yeah. Well, I mean, what I'd say for me is the Nigerian dream is just a dream of a good Nigeria, right? You do talk about the American dream. I mean, there's no nation that doesn't have its dream. So I think the Nigerian dream is a dream of a Nigeria that um, individuals, its citizens, can actually prosper and can actually live well, right? If people think about a good Nigeria, I mean that's what the Nigerian dream should be, because the dream should be something that excites you, something that you look forward to, something that you see and you believe in, right? So yeah, Alpha,
Ah, all right. I'm back. So you're asking me what's my vision about the Nigerian dream, right?
Yeah.
Not necessarily your vision, but we know you've been doing this for a while. So what is the Nigerian dream?
Okay. The Nigerian dream is a vision that started through, it's the same thing with the new Nigerian dream, but this Nigerian dream is something that we need to vision it before we get to that better society. For us to go to that new Nigerian dream, we have to dream about it first. And what is that new Nigerian dream? A better society where people have good standard of living, a better society where everything is working with good governance and the rest, justice and everything is being served well. Understand? So we have to dream it before we get to that um the new Nigeria. And this is a journey that we need to start dreaming it, we need to start advocating for it. Because look at it, if you ask an average Nigeria, what is your dream? We actually don't have a dream. An average Nigerian dream is I want to hammer, I want to blow. You understand? But an
Mm,
average American dream is to see a better society, make American great again Nigeria. And American, before American came to where they are now, they had to dream it. You understand? So there is what they call the American dream. And this is something that their forefathers dream about it. And now they are currently living their better society. So why can't we dream about having a better society now? So the Nigerian dream is all about having a better society, but most especially have governance. With good governance, we are going to have that better society we are dreaming of. Thank you.
I agree. I agree. I totally agree. I mean, if that is the Nigerian dream, then it's only fitting that we um, drive the conversation for this on any level. So I think from what we were discussing earlier on, you have an idea of wanting to do um, a series of live streams called the
Yeah.
Nigerian Dream. Am I right?
Yeah, very correct. So I actually started this series, I think when I was in university, that should be in 2019. I started a series. I said, let me be talking about the Nigerian dream. In fact, I actually named it the Utopia. You understand? Utopia. So Utopia is like a perfect society. You understand? But we actually don't have a perfect society, but I just say let's see how we can make it a near perfect society because that perfect society is like an illusion. You understand? So I just say, okay, the Nigerian dream will be a near perfect society. So I started talking about the Nigerian dream, how we can go there, how we can achieve this. Is possible. It's not a rocket science thing, but we need to think alike. We need a group of people. It's going to be like a movement. It's not just like an ideology of a person, but a movement. Let's think alike. Let's say, okay, so what will you do to take us to this Nigerian dream?
Yeah.
We have to start doing the right thing. Let's learn how to do the right thing. We need to see how we can fight corruption. In Nigerian dream, there's no corruption, there's no bad governance, there's no police brutality and the rest and the rest. So we need to start thinking alike. So it's a movement. So I started talking about the series, like a minute discussion and the rest. And I also do live Facebook live and discuss about this thing. So it's also an opportunity to see how I can share this vision with us and then see how we can discuss about what is your own Nigerian dream. What do you envision that Nigeria to be like? Yeah.
All right, Princess, what's your Nigerian dream?
Well, I mean, in alignment with Alpha's dream, I believe that my Nigerian dream is a Nigeria where youths can thrive, a Nigeria where it's conducive for young people to have a say, to prosper, to have a dream and actually achieve that dream, right? If they would want to be doctors, they have the environment, they have the resources, the materials to be knowledge for technological advancement. If they need anything, Nigeria can provide it, right? So that they're not running away to different countries trying to, like, Nigeria. My Nigerian dream basically is it should be a home. It should be comfortable, right? Because when you're at home, you feel safe, you feel happy, right? When you're at home with your family, you feel joy, you feel peace. It's just a serene environment. So I believe that the Nigerian dream and the Nigerian lifestyle should be something that portrays serenity, something that portrays visionary of the future, something built on sustainability, right? And that Nigerians, you don't see so much of you don't see Nigerians pained, you don't see them beggarly, you don't see so many things, you just see them happy, at peace, right? You're not walking on every road you walk, you see someone agitated, right? You see people smiling at you, you see children that are happy to move around and all that. So I believe that the Nigerian dream, my Nigerian dream, is a serene Nigeria, a productive Nigeria, a Nigeria that is homely, right? So that's it, so
Yeah,
Um,
I love that statement, a productive Nigeria, and that's powerful. When in the Nigerian dream, if we are productive, I think going to be the best. We are going to have the best economy. Understand when we are productive, because Nigerians are really really blessed. Where if we said to do anything, we can do it very well. So be it agriculture, be it anything, medical, anything. As a Nigerian man, if it will do very well. So if we have that platform, I believe in average Nigeria can explore and achieve more things and will be more productive.
so, so do you think the issue now is um, no one is talking about this dream? That might be a problem. You
Please
know,
can you rephrase the question?
I
Yeah,
said the problem now might be that nobody is talking about this dream enough for people to
yeah,
buy into it.
yes, definitely. I agree with that. We are not talking about it enough. We are not talking about it enough. So I think we should talk more about it. We should try to um open up, like open the vision of the Nigerian dream to an average Nigerian, so that he or she can have that belief. I'm very, very much passionate, very, very passionate about my country, Nigeria. And I used to tell anybody I have no any other country apart from Nigeria. So I want to see in my own time, I want to see Nigeria becoming a great country. Understand? So I'm very, very passionate about my country. But how can we make that an average Nigerian to be passionate about his country? Is for us to start speaking up and educate them about how we can envision this better Nigeria.
I mean, you're right, and I I'm under the impression as well that the more we speak about this, it's like creating a vision. You know, the more we
Yeah,
are talking about it and mapping it out, the more you get buy-in. I think, Princess, you mentioned earlier on there was an American dream. There was an era. There was an era when the Americans had a dream. Well, Martin Luther
yeah.
had a dream. So, but we haven't had that yet. We haven't had people wake up to the Nigerian dream. So this series you're talking about sounds like a good idea. I don't know what you guys think, but I think it's a great idea.
yeah, I think the thing I think we have a Nigerian dream, to be honest. I feel like, at the in the pits of our stomachs, or rather at the bottom of our hearts, each and every Nigerian has a dream for Nigeria, right? It's just that we just don't all say it. And we've not had an opportunity to express ourselves. Because if you go on the streets and you ask individuals what they believe of a better Nigeria, you see them very expressive. You see them very hopeful. So I think at some point in time, each and every one of us as Nigerians have actually thought about the Nigerian dream. We've actually envisioned what Nigeria would look like if it were to be better, right? So there is a Nigerian dream. It's just that we've not come to the collective to talk about that dream. And this is why conversations like these are important, because by the time we start talking about it, you'd realize that everybody shares the same vision. And by the time we're vocal about it, before you know it, I'm vocal, Alpha the Great is vocal, Soul is vocal, everybody starts lending their voices, right? And it becomes, like you said, it's a movement, and then it becomes a widespread vision, and then everybody starts to see the dream, because as Nigerians, we share the same blood, we all have the same dreams, we have the same aspirations for a better nation, right?
Mhm.
So it's really, this is just like the forerunning, this is just, we're just like acting as frontiers, but deep within every Nigerian there is the Nigerian dream. It's just to waken it up.
I like to believe that.
Powerful. You powerful. And just like you said, we have the dream, but we are yet we are yet to 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 carry the movement seriously. We are yet to carry the movement seriously. And let me throw this here. Actually, growing up, I never believed in Nigerian and the rest. But it was towards 2019 when I had an encounter with someone who started
Okay.
telling me about the new Nigeria, not actually the Nigerian dream, the new Nigeria. And I saw the possibility of a better nation. And from that year, I decided to have this strong passion about my country. I started to believe in my nation. I started to believe that Nigeria can be better. And the rest. At some point, I give up in Nigeria, but now I don't think I can give up. I rather see how we can fit some of the solution. I rather see how I can put up my voice in advocating for good governance, because just I identify as an advocate for good governance. That's me. If you ask me, what's your stand, I will tell you that I'm an advocate, a strong advocate for good governance, and I will continue to be on that stand for good governance. And I believe in the nearest future, Nigeria will be a great nation. I've not given up Nigeria, and I will never give
Her
up
up.
Nigeria.
And each time
So I
she used to
believe
go back to her
Nigeria will be
parents
a
and
great.
Okay. I mean, from my point of view, I've always had a situation where Nigeria presented a way forward for every Nigerian if we can tap into it. Like, you know, what we're clearly about to hear from some more people. But so far, so good. I think if we can, as you're an advocate, if we can look at the best ways forward in terms of creating a dream for Nigeria, when we have this series, like we're going to do, if we can anchor on not just from an individual point of view, but from nation building, I think that's where the strength is. If we align the dream towards nation building, um, because that's kind of like what we are lacking at this point in time. If we cannot dream of a Nigeria we're not ready to build, and if people start building something, there is every chance that they can visualize the end of what they're trying to build. But if we haven't started building that thing together, then I think there might be a struggle in terms of alignment. So hopefully, this series that you do already and that we're going to try and adopt and start doing. If we have time every weekend, that would be great. Just get together and see how it evolves. We'll be calling out to people, reaching out to people to come come on board, join in, streaming on all platforms, make your comments, discuss about points that they are bringing up, and who knows, who knows. From one of us, then we might become many of us. What do you guys think?
I mean, it really is a movement. So, yeah, building from a few of us, definitely, it's something we plan to propagate, and it's something we plan to bring as many Nigerians on board. So, Alpha, you're really the carrier of this vision. So, what do you have to say on that?
Yeah, definitely. I would like us to see how we can. I love the word propagate. Let's say how we can propagate the Nigerian dream so that everyone will understand. But the Nigerian dream is also built on nation building too. So we need to see how we can educate some of the leaders of tomorrow about nation building, because I believe a lot of our leaders just grab power without having the ideology about nation building. Some of them don't know how to rule the country. Some of them don't know how to read, and some of them don't know how to even raise motion in the National Assembly and even the House of Assembly. They are embarrassing us, and it's not fair. So we need to see how we can educate and teach, talk more about the nation building, so that the leaders of tomorrow, when they reach there, they will be prepared to know how we can lead the country, not reaching there unprepared and then messing up the whole thing and the rest. So I think we need to see how we can make it laudable. You know, it's a
Yeah,
collective movement. That's what I
you're
call it.
right.
The
Some
Nigerian movement
some
is a
some
collective.
of these leaders don't know what nation building actually is,
Yeah.
and sadly, some of our citizens as well, we don't. So if no one is talking about it, you're going to struggle to make it a reality. It's like every other thing in life. When you start talking about it and then painting a larger vision of what it can be, and bringing people to get buy-in, then it's just a matter of time. But when you
Mm.
have a situation where it's all in echo chambers, um, people are not hearing what you have to say, people are not understanding what you represent, and then overarching the country is really not. The leaders are not really pushing this agenda, and there's the ideology, or rather the idea, would cease to propagate around the country. But stuff like this is the birthplace for this kind of excitement. So I'm excited. I pray we have the energy, the creativity, the courage, the wisdom, and most importantly, the understanding to push this kind. Yeah, I keep on cutting out. I'm not sure how you guys see it, but I keep on just dropping and coming back, dropping and coming back. It's
Yeah, that's what I noticed. You keep on dropping off.
mm,
Yeah, we
Continue, you're
notice
saying something.
it.
oh well. Hopefully, it made a lot of sense.
And we can't say it's network. That is the
No, no,
hilarious
no.
thing about this scenario. We can't say it's network. Oh my goodness.
Mm, I don't know what it is. Okay.
Well, before Soul gets in, I mean, I really do look forward to these things, to these conversations, because it's about time that we have these conversations, right? Especially in a time where it seems to only be getting worse. Things seem to only be getting worse, and Soul is always saying that it can't get any worse than this, right? Which I also believe, right? So it can't get any worse than this. I think this is the pointer that we have quite a lot of work on our hands, right? And I'm glad that we're taking the bull by the horn, and that we're actually putting out this starting to do these things, to actually go forth and actually make sure that and ensure that we're doing our part. You understand? So welcome back, Soul. Welcome.
Yeah. Thank you. Um, I mean, there is a need for citizens to engage, and that is why here on the Nigerian Network platform, we've been doing a lot of citizen engagement, so we can look at the data, study the data, and see where the narrative is going.
Yeah.
I think I lost you guys again. You know.
All
Um,
right.
I'm not sure where I
Well,
stopped.
I don't know. I don't know if I drop off because mine seems stable. It's just the both of you that keeps dropping off, most especially Soul. So I don't know, Alpha. How
No,
does it look on your end? Do I drop off occasionally?
No, no. The only yeah, your frame is freeze. Like I'm not seeing movement in your own picture. I don't know
Mm.
why.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah, but I can hear from you. But your
yeah,
picture
we
is
can
freeze.
hear
Oh,
you,
okay.
but you are frozen. Yeah, you are
Oh,
frozen.
I've been moving a lot. Goodness gracious.
Alpha is all right, but once in a while, he would disappear and come back. But my own just literally just freezes. So I have no clue. Honestly, I don't. Uh, but this has been really good. It's really good. At least we've started something. Okay, like now, for
Yeah.
instance, you're frozen. You just have a big smile on your face and you're not moving at all.
Can you hear him? I can't hear what's going on.
No, I can hear you. But we're not seeing your movement.
Okay, I'm back now. You know. Okay, well, um,
All right.
since it's looking like this is becoming a challenge, but first things first is for us to get together. First things first
Yeah.
is to get together,
Yeah.
get some dynamism going, feel the energy, and then figure out if it's something we can do, and reach out to more people to let them know about what we plan to do. And then, on the day we plan to do it, invite more people to come on the studio so we can all have a healthy conversation. Because the more the merrier with these things, you know,
Yeah.
True.
you
True.
know. I think like this one being the first one now, it was just myself, yourself, and Princess. We decided, you know what, let's show these people what we can do. We can talk about this country because we all have an aligned dream. It cuts across all
Yeah.
generations. So for the next time now, I see myself bringing in one or two persons to say, let's go and talk about the Nigerian dream so that, this studio can take about 10 people. So there's no reason why we can have 10, at least 10 people having a healthy conversation. If three of us bring one or two people each. Say we maximize it and we bring two people.
Yeah. Oh, it's off.
Yeah. You were off for a while.
Yeah, I'm off now again.
Yeah.
I was saying if two or more people, if one of if each and every one of us brings one or two people next time, there'll be nine of us. That's a healthy conversation around the Nigerian dream, and then going forward.
Huh. What's actually wrong with his own part?
Hey, well, welcome to the world of technology. It happens like this, but what can we say? So we'll just try our best to do what we can on our end. Um,
Yeah.
um, instead of thinking, I'm thinking instead of through streaming from StreamYard directly. I mean, we could discuss that in the back end. Uh, yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay.
We'll just discuss that and on the back end.
Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to think of like an alternative
Like pre-recorded?
for this, but I think huh?
Like pre-record?
Sorry, what'd you say?
Like
Yeah,
pre-record
yes,
stuff?
yes, I get that. I get that. Yeah, probably. I mean, there could be many other alternatives for this issue. So let's just see. We'll discuss that on the back end when we're done with this. But let's just keep the conversation flowing. I think. Well,
Yeah.
anyways, I think when Soul comes, we might as well just round up because I mean we've gotten the word out there. I think we've summarized what we came to do today, and that is basically to put the word out there that this we're starting this and we're on this cause, and we would really appreciate Nigerians to be part of it and to support because that is what really the Nigerian spirit should be about. To be about
Yeah.
nation building and support for one another, right? What do you say
Definitely.
about that, Alpha?
Yes, basically that's it. It's about nation building. And we need to see how we can talk more about nation building. We need to see how we can I want us to bring some brilliant conversational topics that we can have, just like how can we end the corruption because the corruption have sink into the system, and how can we solve the issue of economy? what are the ways in which we can solve some of these issues. We should brainstorm, see how we can bring up these ideas. And some of these things we can put it online and the government listings, you understand. So some of them will be like, wow, this is a brilliant idea. What are the solutions to end corruption? What are the solutions to boost the economy, to grow the economy well? Solution to give an average Nigerian a very good standard of living? What are the solutions to our security, like the insecurity that is happening? How can we resolve it and the rest? All these things are brilliant conversations that we need to start discussing so that the government are pushing to their cities so that they can listen, and also the future leaders so that in case they are in this position tomorrow, they'll be like, okay, we can solve this issue. It's not going to be a rocket science. Just like I always say, to solve Nigerian problem
Sure.
is not a rocket, it's like ABCD. But I don't know why we are still struggling in this part. I don't know why. You understand? Many countries that we started with us are already far ahead. Singapore, for example, um, um, and the rest. Look at where Singapore is now, and the rest. I was even listening to a video of Tony Elumelu. He was saying something. He was saying we should not be talking about AI now in Nigeria because we are yet to have a sustainable electricity. Countries that are talking about AI are countries that have stable power. But in Nigeria, we are yet to have stable power to process some of these things because some of these things require energy. So imagine we can't and we are not ready to compete among the countries now because we are not having stable electricity. As you can see, I'm doing live without electricity in my house. I need some alternative to power up this light and the rest. So once we fix our electricity, Nigeria will be 80% productive because everything lies on power. In fact, 90% productive because everything lies on power. These are one of the major challenge. Imagine a country in 21st century is still struggling with electricity, with power. This is so sad, you understand? So once we focus and build our electricity, we can start discussing about bringing AI research and the rest and the rest. That's it. And it's so sad that we are still backward. But once we start to discuss about this, and then once we are in this position tomorrow, we'll do better than our leaders past.
Okay. I mean, I'm good to go. I'm really ready. I think the platform is ready as well. We decided to make this organic, so it doesn't really matter. It's just really a case of okay, let's just come out and show our intention. Somebody might
Yeah.
watch this next month when things have kicked up, and they'll be like, "Oh, so what is this? Is what?"
Oh my God. Yes. Okay. Who? Okay. Who have the solution? The 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 network keeps seizing.
It's really bad. It's really bad. So maybe we might just wrap it up, call it a day, and figure out something else. There might be a situation where maybe we might pre-record
Yeah,
and
we'll
let it
resolve
go
it.
out.
Or maybe make one or two posts.
Yeah, I tried to do that. How does that work? I tried to do it. I was talking to Princess earlier. Princess, you're so frozen. You're just halfway there. You know. Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
it's just frozen. You know. Yeah, we were talking about how you make someone a co-host. I looked at all the settings. I couldn't really see any. You know.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
We'll do our
Um.
research later on.
Sorry.
We'll do our research. We'll
I
check it.
really don't know.
Yeah.
I think you might
Yeah.
have to check this.
Mm.
But I don't
But
think I
that's
even
fine.
saw something like that.
No, I
Like
didn't see
during
anything
my
like that.
research stage. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't as well. But it's all good. What we can do, we've done half an hour, and it's been really a case of a alpha. You know what? Let's get you on board. Let's get the platform set up. While we figure out how this thing works, let's be organic about it because people might ask, okay, how did this all start? And then when we say, go and watch our video, it's there. And then they will see they will see our challenges, but we're still pushing on regardless of the challenge we're facing. I mean, I did that to be
Yeah.
honest. Myself and a few other guys during COVID when we were running, and this is why I believe in all these things. And to be fair, that video is still there. So myself, a guy called Benga and David, we sat down and then we were talking about how we should have a platform called a New Nigerian, and that podcast there, or rather that live that we did then using Zoom, up to now is still somewhere on YouTube. Us talking about the possibilities, and fast forward 5 years later, we not only have the New Nigerian platform, we have the Nigerian Network platform, we have feeding programs. Where all this started from us just like this, saying, "Okay, this thing is possible. Let's go for it." But Princess, you're very aware of what happened with the IDP camps as well. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
We're sitting in a room. I mean, sitting like this, talking on the space, and somebody said, "Why don't we provide education to these children?" And 2 3 years, 2.5 years later, we are setting the standard of how to educate IDP children. So if we are saying right now that we're asking the question, what is the Nigerian dream, which is a very valid question. you know um I don't know if you can see yourself, Princess, but the smile you have on your face is like you found a dream already. The picture is just there. Alpha, can you see
Oh.
Yeah, I
can you
can
see?
see it.
You know,
It's very fun.
very massive smile, and you know it just shows like if
Oh
you've
my
gotten the dream. So, well, we're going to ask the question constantly. So, what is, because some people don't know, you know, if this thing was working, I wanted to stream some of the videos that we have, people talking about possibilities of a new Nigeria, because all these videos are here, but I don't know why this thing is not working. Maybe we'll try a different platform next time, if this is not working. Zoom is very good. At least I know that works, but I don't know if it streams. It streams, doesn't it? Zoom streams, you know. So
Yeah, it
yeah, my
does.
point. Yeah, my point is, you know, since we have the energy, we have the passion. Um, is there anything that can really stop us?
Nothing. Nothing can stop us.
No, no, nothing.
You know, um, I think I lost
Okay.
you again. All right. So we're saying nothing can stop us. But another fact I want to put out there is nobody's doing what we've set out to do,
Mm.
which makes it very unique. So
Yeah.
there's always a chance, because if we're doing what 100 people are doing, then we're doing the wrong thing.
Princess, I'm not seeing your face. You meet your video.
Okay. Well, should we wrap up, because it's just not going as smoothly as we wanted it to? But I think we've got the idea. We would go back and start working on ways. But the
Yeah.
only challenge now is, if we say, okay, for the next one, we'll try and bring one person along. Who knows?
Okay.
After that one person, I bring another one person. So let's let's
Yeah.
let's work on that kind of format. Next week we'll try and bring one person to join the conversation. If we can't all be video, we'll use audio as well. But let's have this conversation like this going forward. Yeah, Princess is back.
Definitely.
Yeah, we
We.
we love.
Hello? Am I
Ah,
back?
perfect. Yeah, we can
Okay.
live and clear. So we were saying that,
Yeah.
as we're
It's
rounding
much
up,
better.
mm, let's see if, okay. Okay. So should we call it a day?
I think we're good to go.
Okay. All right, Alpha. Well, welcome, and we're so excited, looking forward to working with you.
Ah, We need to troubleshoot this issue.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah,
Figure something out.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you.
All right. Thank you all. Have a
Alright.
beautiful
Let's call it a
evening.
day, right?
Bye.
Yeah. The network is really strange. It's trying to stop our dream, but it wouldn't. It won't succeed.
So it won't.
Mhm.
We'll troubleshoot it. We'll try to
Exactly.
see the
We'll
solution
figure it
why.
out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So
All right,
can we
thanks,
call it a
guys.
day?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we
All right.
can.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Bye,
Have a
everyone.
nice day. Praise the Lord.
Let's see.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Have a beautiful day.